Greetings, this is the Timeshare Traveler, and I'm recording in my car. It seems so appropriate for a person living on the road. This is episode 223 of Reward Yourself with the Timeshare, and here's the overview. Timeshare is a good way to force yourself to reward yourself, but don't buy too much. Focus on learning how to use your timeshare and learn how to plan your rewards to maximize. Before I get into detail, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my channel. I'll be back in about 28 seconds or so.
Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter, Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com.
Well, I'm back. Again, a timeshare is a good way to force yourself to reward yourself. So I realized that great vacations were cheaper with timeshares. So I did the math and figured out, well, it was a little more expensive while I was doing the ROI because I had to pay off the timeshare purchase. But once I had done that, I realized that all of a sudden the maintenance fees were cheaper than Airbnb or even the low-cost hotels often. So I was like, my God, I can have the same, once I get through the first 7 years, and I was being strategic, I can have a great vacation, far greater and cost me less money than even a cheap hotel. Not to mention all the other factors with a cheap hotel, no cooking and all that other stuff that make it even more expensive. And again, I sort of took the view, I got to take care of myself before I can take care of others. I leverage the annual maintenance fee. Some people take it as a burden. I take it as like, no, you're actually going to do your vacation. You're going to make sure you set aside time. So to me, it was I'm not going to waste the money, therefore I'm going to have a good vacation. And that's the mental set that I took. Again, timeshares have more space than hotels. They have typically more luxurious, and you spent the money to reward yourself. It wasn't an investment. This is about taking care of yourself. It's really a sort of a maintenance of yourself. Again, I don't want to sound like a timeshare salesperson because they overuse that to get people to sell, but there's a bit of truth in it, and I think I'm talking about the piece that's the truth, and the other overhyped stuff maybe less so. The other key thing is don't buy too much. So when I first started, I actually only bought it every other year because I wasn't 100% sure if I would use it. I just didn't know, but I bought enough to have an excellent vacation every other year. And again, that's the least efficient for over a year, but I eventually upgraded. I set a about amount, and it was only 1 week every other years, and I was going to consistently reward myself, and I was going to have a great vacation. And it turned out, the more I did it, the truer that got to be. And in fact, because I got bonus points when I signed up for it, I was actually able to do it for every year for the first 3 years, and then I upgraded once I realized it was actually going to play out the way I thought it would. And again, I made sure I did it every year and rewarded my family because I used the bonus points for the purchase for that second year. And I just bought just enough, just for the 1 week, 1 bedroom. That's all I wanted till I knew what I was doing. And then the next piece, which is probably the most important piece, is take the time to learn how to use your timeshare. And I found out, oh my gosh, I could do more than what I had, just the points I had. So I'll get into that right now. I'll learn more how to use your timeshare. There are more ways to use your time than just using the points that you purchase. The more you learn, the more you can reward yourself and save, the more you save. Like, here's these specials that don't require any points. I do last minute RCI vacations, wonderful places for under $400 for the week. RCI, Interval, and GPX, which I happen to have because I bought into the GPS network, which is also part of Hilton, so I got both. I started realizing, I could travel off-peak, and then I had extra points that I could use to sort of stretch it to 9 days instead of 7. So that way I got to do Saturday through the following Sunday instead of just the 1 week. And so that was a great lesson for me. I used my hotel points that I got for, staying in the hotels that tied to the timeshares to actually, then I realized I could either book kitchens, because once I started doing this, I realized, oh my God, the difference of having a kitchen and the cost savings across the vacation was so great. I realized, oh, well, there's these hotels like that. So I started doing that. And then I discovered the marketing packages because they were constantly trying to sell me. I realized I got a 4-day, 3-night vacation for like $300 or even less. Sometimes, actually, I've got it for less than 100 sometimes. But so that was the point, is all those things I was doing, all of a sudden, I realized I didn't need more points for that. So that really helped me. Again, I got lucky, I want to say, but I put the effort in because I didn't want to buy more unless I actually needed it. And then the last point I wanted to make was learn how to plan your rewards. Better planning leads to better vacations and rewards. With a longer horizon, I look at 3 different ways to book. So I'll look to book it. For my example is, I actually, less points and less cost. So I look at maintenance fee or points as a maintenance fee, and so it's a cost. So I can actually book some timeshares cheaper through RCI than using the points to do that. And so I've done that and actually, stretched my points significantly. Booking sooner can save you points. Sometimes the specials pop up. And so I already have a booking and I can rebook it to say I'll take advantage of the special. Again, I took the time, I built my bucket list. I didn't have to do it in any specific order. So I would constantly match my bucket list to where the savings were. And that way I was able to frugally get this all done. And again, the thing I wanted to leave you with is the best vacation spots fill up quickly. So planning increases success that you actually get your bucket list done. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope this is helpful for you to get better and better at using your timeshares. Don't forget to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.